Growth therapy.
Yeah.
Last looks, final adjustments.
I'm so happy you're here, though. This
Me
is going to be
too.
fucking great. Hi, guys. It's me, Stephanie Megan, your host of Broco Therapy, and I have the motherfucking Rose.
Yes. I was like, where are we taking this? I like this. The motherfucking unicorn herself. The fan favorite.
The fan favorite, literally, because you're on the episode called The Thirst Trap.
Mm-hmm.
And for those who have listened, which I feel like a lot of people really listen to that episode.
Weird.
Even to people who like don't even listen to the show, like, well, I gotta listen to that episode.
My mom listened.
She
for
did?
sure.
What did she think of it?
She loved it. She was like, you cuss too much. But other than that, I think it's great. And I'm like, okay, I fucking grew up in your household. So
yeah,
what makes
you
me-
raised me.
Well, let's be honest. I learned how to cuss from my father. But my mom, she liked it. She enjoyed it. She thought it was funny.
It was funny.
She loved you. So
Aww.
yeah, it was great. But I, as I've told you before we started, I haven't listened to it though. Because I can't listen to myself.
I mean, I get kind of weird about listening back in my episodes too, but I
Really?
like have to because I like obviously have to edit and
Right.
like critique myself. But I do
you
have
don't have to critique
I don't,
yourself.
but I
though.
always but I always want to be better.
Yeah, true. Okay, fine.
I always want to be better, so I always have to like listen back and try to like gain
Right. Yeah, perspective.
Yeah. So, but I love that episode. But now, fast forward to now, and current, and it's October, baby.
My birthday month.
Wait, when's your birthday?
Halloween. I'm a Halloween baby. I
Oh
know
my
our
God.
one studio audience guest, his eyes just got big. Yeah, I'm a Halloween baby.
That's exciting. Well, what are you doing? I'm coming over for your birthday.
Yes, you're
That's what
coming over
doing.
my birthday for that party. I'm not going to tell you hoes when the day is, but like some people are invited.
We're
But
gonna
I'm having a
turn up.
party not on my actual birthday. We're going to go to WeHo because like that's the best place to go. The gay
Right.
Christmas is just like the place to party on Halloween.
Exactly.
I want to see
the gay Christmas.
That's what they call it. They call it gay Christmas.
Is it Jules? Is that true? Jules is like Jules.
Yes, some people,
I was
not
like,
all
Jules is
people. I'm so
gay.
sorry. I shouldn't have to put you guys all in one
Category.
box, one
Yeah,
category.
yeah.
Yeah. Oh, are you? I didn't know. I'm sorry.
We're like Jules is gay. Everybody. But anyway,
We've been talking about all the men you're texting, and then you're like, "But you just outed me," and I'm like, "Wow, I probably did. I'm sorry. I don't know your life like that." But no, we're friends now, so it's okay.
Yeah. Jules is my roommate, by the way. He's in the audience.
Yay.
AKA on my bed. But anyway, we're here to talk about cuffing season.
Yay!
It's going to be so good.
Okay, let's do this. As I say in cuffing season, let's get this over with. Let's get this over with.
That's exactly what it is. Because cuffing season, having a cuffing season partner is, that's what people always kind of look for. It's like the moment where people just want to have one person to cuddle with, have someone to just like, cuddle with pretty much. I mean, that's
Eat
really what
with-
I'm looking for.
Yeah, it's eat with, cuddle with. Netflix and chills is kind of over, so it's like now it's more. It's like ooh,
HBO and chill.
HBO
Let's
and
step it
go.
up. Yeah,
Yes. Like there's a lot
Yeah.
of layers to it now, but it's just someone that you want to do things with in the winter time,
Exactly.
winter and fall time.
Exactly. Because there's a lot of cute coupley things that happen in the wintertime.
Yes.
Because there's people that like go to each other's like Christmas dinner or Thanksgiving dinner. There's like
Right.
all these like
Scary movies. You want to go to
Right.
hayride together. Like
exactly.
Oh, no,
They want to go to
hold
horror
me.
nights together. Like that's a cuffing season type
Event.
of thing. Exactly.
Yes. To be like, oh, let me bury my head into your armpit.
Right. I just need
you
someone.
smell great. I'm
someone-
sorry. Wow. I just went into my own little like
Yeah.
dream.
It's okay.
For a moment.
Is that what you want for a cuffing season partner?
I mean, I don't want a cuffing season.
You don't?
So I think this is where you and I are probably going to disagree
Yeah.
for the first time.
Yeah.
I am I'm going to teach y'all how to avoid cuffing season.
And I'm gonna just tell you that I'm looking.
Are you
for
have
cuffing
tryouts?
season. I have tryouts.
Okay.
So let's go through like there's this meme that I found online that Jules, my roommate, actually sent me. Shout out to Jules though. So it said the cuffing season schedule.
Ooh, okay.
First part is scouting, August 1st to the 31st.
Wait, so just all of Leo season and the beginning of Virgo season.
You're just
okay,
you're
cool,
just
cool,
scouting. You're just you're window
Okay,
shopping.
you're
at that
window
point.
shopping.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
And then the second part is drafting, which is September 1st to the 30th. So you're really that's like
okay.
that's, you're
Yep.
kind of like gathering the people who are the possibilities.
Varsity, junior
Right.
varsity, bench warmers.
You're figuring out what you want. You're figuring out what you want. And the next part is tryouts, which is October 1st to the 31st.
Oh, so we're in the middle of tryouts
we're
right
in the middle
now?
of tryouts right now.
Oh, God. Wait. I'm going on a second date
That's
with
what I'm
someone.
saying.
Oh,
You just went on a second date.
Well, we're about to. Our second date's tomorrow.
Okay, well, how did the first date go?
Well, Stephanie, funny you mentioned that because you're the one that kind of introduced us. She wingmanned us.
Okay, you guys, anyone that like knows that I'm like so good at matchmaking. Like, I don't know what it is. I think that I'm a very intuitive person, like with love, especially. Not for myself. Like, I'm not good at finding a match for myself. Like, I need fucking help. But for other people, if I sense a vibe with one person,
right,
and then I have my friend with me, or if I know somebody, I just know like who's a great match.
And you knew. That was the weirdest part is we were on the dance floor. We were at the Virgil. Shout out to the Virgil.
Shout out to the Virgil.
We were
there.
dancing, getting it in. I had my fan out.
Yeah.
I had just dyed my hair freshly blue. You were looking very cute that night.
You were too.
We were stunting. And all of a sudden, Stephanie goes, "You should vibe with him." That's all you said. And you just pointed to this guy. And of course, I did what I do, which is I immediately looked at his feet and I was like, oh my God, he's wearing a pair of retro 4s. Like, he's wearing a pair of Jordans. Okay, cool. And I was like, I'm wearing a pair of Jordans. I was like, we can be soulmates. Like, this is a cute little moment.
And you guys were dancing with each other.
And we were dancing with each other. And I didn't realize how drunk he really was. But he was very sweet. We exchanged phone numbers.
Yeah.
He texted me the next day and was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry how drunk I was. And then
like, it's
fine. Trust me. He was like, man, like, I probably, I was way lit than you were. And I was like, yes, you probably were because I'm sober.
Yeah. Rose doesn't drink or smoke or do anything, by the way.
No, but I do everything without doing anything.
Right. You're like, we had so much fun. And I was the only one that was drinking.
But I bought you a drink.
You did buy me a drink, which was really
nice.
nice.
That was right. I bought you a drink and we were talking. There was a guy that you thought I'd started wingmanning you.
Yes.
But then it went sideways because the guy sucked.
Yeah, and I knew it too. I even felt it. I was like, because you were
too cute.
Because I was like, okay, he's really good looking, and you're like, okay, let's talk to him. So I was like, all right. So I was feeling him out for a minute. We were talking to him for a minute.
He was wearing the On the Run T-shirt,
right? And we're like, so who should go for, Jay-Z or Beyonce?
And he was like, I went because the tickets were free. And we were like, that's a stupid answer. We were like, that's so boring.
And then later on, because obviously that didn't work out. Later on, we saw him with like some like really basic girls. And you're like, damn, he's for the IGs, not the IQs. And
I did say that. I was
like,
that's my go-to phrase. I'm
yeah.
sorry, I have an IQ, not an IG.
Yeah, exactly.
You can laugh. It's okay.
It was like, I was like, damn, that just changed my life.
Which was weird though, because the thing we started doing is since you were talking to the guy, I started talking to his friend.
Right.
And the funny thing is his friend really liked us. Like you could tell
his friend was like vibing with us, but his friend was like, honestly had a bad attitude. I was like, I don't really
On the Run was not cool, but his homie was like really sweet and like having a conversation with us. And like it was sad because even his friend was like, no, don't let them go away. But On the Run was
dumb as shit.
He only went to Jay-Z and Beyonce because the tickets were free. That's cool. That's awesome. But like we were trying to.
But why are you wearing the T-shirt? That's the thing.
The tickets were free, but you still bought a T-shirt.
You still got the merch.
You still got the merch.
And you wearing it out.
And you weren't expecting someone to make a comment on it. That's what I think is so funny is like when someone wears something where it's like, okay, right now I'm wearing an Outkast shirt. And so like
I'm wearing Whitney.
Yeah, you're wearing
We're both
Whitney.
wearing like a music.
We're wearing our favorite artist.
Yeah.
But like someone was like, oh my God, I love your Outkast shirt. And I was like, oh yeah, AT-Aliens was like the first album I bought. And so like it started a conversation. So it's always really weird when you see someone that doesn't.
He was
and then
just
they're
wearing
just
it for
like,
style.
He was like, whatever. And I'm like, ugh, you spent like $120 on that shirt, bro. You got free tickets. Congratulations. But
my earring just fell out.
Put your earring back in. Good thing we're not recording.
Oh, we are.
No, we are doing video recording. But yeah, that one failed. But then later that evening, we will get to cuffing season in a second. Because this evening was jam packed. We met Caesar.
Okay, I know this is so off topic, you guys. It's not cuffing season, but this story is fucking great.
Caesar was this gentleman who kept coming up to us and was just like, you girls are the best dancers in here.
Yeah, because we were fucking killing on the dance floor. We were fucking feeling it.
Also, the DJ was incredible. Great DJ Saturday nights at the Virgil.
DJ who? What's his name again?
Jedi.
DJ Jedi. Fine as fuck. Yes. Follow us.
Yes, please, actually, because you were like a really good DJ. I think I DM'd him and I was like, you fine. And then that was it, but he never replied. But I'm like, whatever. I have nothing to lose. I can go unsend it. We learned that about Instagram. You can unsend things on Instagram. But so we were dancing. We were having fun because that's what you do when there's a great DJ. An incredible DJ at that.
Yeah.
I mean, he put on Nas's Godson, like literally half the album. And I was just like rapping every word. I had so much fun. So Cesar kept coming up to us and like was like, oh my God, you guys are the best dancers. Da, da, da.
Like he wanted to be our friend.
Yeah. And we were like, why doesn't he just like stay and talk to us? And we would try to like have a conversation with him. Right. And then Stephanie gets pushed.
I get pushed, bitch.
I
get fucking pushed, bitch.
And when I say pushed, I mean like shoved. Not like shoved. Like I mean like to a point where I like immediately like
pushed aside.
I'm already tall, but I like immediately got taller because I was like, who just pushed my friend? Like I just like found myself like wanting to take off my earrings for a second. And then I realized it was this girl and Cesar and his friends. This chick was the only girl.
Right.
And you know that's always a very scary
it's
thing.
always sketchy. And we were kind of laughing because we're like, okay, she's a chick that's with all these dudes and like one of the dudes is talking to us. So obviously there's some sort of like don't fucking talk to my men.
Yeah, there's just some weird
sort of like competition. I'm like, girl, I'm just over here fucking
dancing, gigging.
Right.
And of course, like later I saw the girl and I complimented because I immediately wanted to diffuse the situation. So I was like, I really like your belt, and she was like, thanks, and just kept walking. And I was like, I was trying to be nice. You pushed my friend. We could have gone the other way. We didn't. Yeah. So then Cesar stopped hanging out with us. Then we leave.
We leave. That's that, right?
We leave the Virgil. We are in our Uber, and someone starts knocking on my window. Well, first, you said he was yelling my name. He was like, "Girl, blue hair."
No, he was yelling across for our attention. We're like, "What?"
And so then he comes up to the window.
He was like, "Where are you guys going?"
Send us to Addie. What's the location? Where are we going next? And we're like, "Oh my God!" He was like, "My name's Cesar. It's nice to meet you." The girl who pushed Miss Stephanie goes, oh my God, this is my baby daddy.
We have like an 8-year-old together.
It's okay if you take my dude's number. And I was like,
I didn't remember. She was like, also, you guys are like really great dancers.
Yes, that was it. And then she was trying to be our friend. Like,
you just shoved me on the dance floor.
You just shoved her.
You shoved me.
And then your dude literally asks for my phone number in front of you. You choose to remind us that you have an 8-year-old together and that's your baby daddy. And then also like, it's okay for you to take his phone. At this point, I was like, I'm interested. So I gave him my phone. And he gave his phone number. And so then I was like, nice meeting you. He texted me and was like, yo, where's the location? Where's the after party? And I was like, we're going to Swingers. Bring your baby mama. Bubble, delete. And then have not heard from him. That was like almost a week and a half ago. But literally we just like laughed in the Uber as he like basically, you could tell he was trying to craft like a text message and then just like was like, give up.
Like, might as well not.
Just might as well give up. But I just love that she was like, this is my baby daddy. And you're a great dancer. And I was like, oh, you're just mad because your dude was like hollering at us the entire night. But Cesar. It wasn't Caesar. I made that mistake. I was like, oh, like Caesar salad? And he was like, no, it's Cesar. And I was like, oh, my bad. It's Rose, not Rose. Just to let you know. He probably, I don't know. I still have his number in my phone. Not saved. We should.
We should just send him a link to this episode.
We're going to do that. We're going to totally Cesar.
Anyway, cuffing season.
Okay, cuffing season. Okay, so.
No.
But so I meet this guy at the Virgil that apparently a million things happened that night. So we'll call this guy South Park because I don't want to like put him on blast. But South Park. So South Park, the night of a million things. I meet South Park and like we hit it off. We're both wearing J's. We exchanged numbers and then oh my God, I have you crying.
I'm crying.
He asked me out on like a proper date and so we go on a date and it was cool. And then we had fun. We went to a beer festival and I was like, bro, I don't drink. But thankfully though, you needed a DD to go to the beer festival. And I was like, I'm useful. So then we go on this date and it turns out pretty good. It was a fun little date. Like we lost track of time.
Right.
I enjoyed it. It was cool. We had good conversation. His one downside is he just got out of a 5-year relationship.
But actually, that's probably the perfect thing because for cuffing season, because in actuality, cuffing season is like a temporary person.
Okay, so
you're not looking for like a long-term, relationship. Like
this
you're
isn't
looking
like
for
bae.
like this is kind of the perfect time to be a rebound, if anything, because it's really you're not looking for like for me like I'm looking for a cuffing season partner, but I'm not looking for forever.
So am I in his tryouts then? Since
You might
I'm
be.
not,
You might be
because I'm not holding tryouts. I'm in his tryouts.
You might.
I'm really okay with that. I don't
That's
know what
I'm
it
saying.
is.
This
I'm
the
okay.
Perfect season for it.
Man. So when does your cuffing season? Because as I was driving over here, my friend Lauren, shout out Lauren, was like, I thought it was called decuffing season, as in like when to you have to like get rid of people, and she had a different timeline.
I could see that because things get more serious during like the holidays, because it is a little bit more coupley.
Yes.
So
like you can't, I don't know about your family, but I can't bring a rando home to Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I mean for my cuffing season partner, I'm not looking for someone to bring home. I'm just someone to bring home to my bedroom.
I was about to say your
not
other
to, like,
home.
my other home. Not to like
your
my
home.
family home.
Yes, exactly.
You know what I mean? Like I'm just trying to I don't know. I mean, I had someone last year and I thought that was really nice.
How long did you cuff for?
See, that's the weird part, because after tryouts, let me go back to
yes.
this. Let me go back to the
tryouts
schedule.
are happening right now.
After tryouts, there's the preseason, which is November 1st to the 30th.
Okay, so that is Thanksgiving. So you kind of have like you're playing it out. You're playing it out. It's really, really fresh. And then there's actual cuffing season, which is December 1st to January 1st. So you have them for Christmas. You have them for the New Year. So you have someone to kiss on New Year's Eve or New Year's Day. Whoa. Okay, you ready for this?
What?
I was told cuffing season starts November 1st and goes until February 13th.
Okay, I guess because after that it goes to playoffs, which is January 16th, so it's after the season, to February 13th, and then the championship game is February 14th. So actually the whole season is starting from November to February 14th.
Shout out for Jules for finding this. This is hilarious. I love the internet sometimes, man. Yeah. Okay, so championship game.
Right, but it's just like the actual because in the beginning of a relationship, you're kind of establishing if you even want to be together, if you want to spend time together, you know what I mean? So, but if you're around the time to December 1st to January 1st, it's like, okay, maybe we've established that we might kind of like each other and this is kind of cool for the meantime, you know what I mean? So, but then February 14th is when it's like, okay, are we a thing? Like, are you my Valentine?
Yes.
Like, are we, you know what I mean?
Because I forget if it's February 13th or February 15th is side chick day, or like your affair day. I've heard this numerous times where it's like, babe, I forgot it was Valentine's Day. So like you either do a day early or a day after. And as someone who used to work in the service industry, I would remember who I saw the day on Valentine's Day versus who I saw the day after. That was a really fun thing to be like.
What? Explain further.
Well, okay, so my friend Ebo and I worked at a diner, and diners are not like romantic places, but like if you're like in a couple and it's like, this is our diner or whatever.
Right.
There was 3 dudes in particular we saw on Valentine's Day with what we knew were their girlfriends, and then the next day what we then found out were their side chicks.
Damn.
So there's that. Then a dude that I used to mess with, he told me that the male Valentine's Day is March 14th, and that's called Steaks and Blowjob Day.
Wait, what?
You can actually Google this.
What the
And it's
fuck?
like a thing. It's either March 15th or March 14th, but it's exactly a month after Valentine's Day, and it's like the male. Have you heard this?
March 14th is Pie Day.
It's Pie Day. Okay,
March 14th
right.
is Pie Day.
3/14, right? Okay, so it's such a great math nerds. So it must be the 15th then. But there is like this thing that men are like, this is steaks and blowjob day or whatever. So I wonder if males have different straight men,
I feel like
cis men.
But the thing is, straight men are not that organized.
They're really not.
Like, let's be fucking real.
They could never know.
They'll never be like, oh, that's really cool. Let's plan that out on that. They don't do that shit. They're like, can I get a blowjob any fucking day?
I know, but I do have to say though, they do organize themselves to kind of know this. Like, I feel like men subconsciously know about cuffing season, organized wise. Oh God, we don't have a straight man in this house right now.
Damn it, there's no straight men.
Oh man,
not even my dog.
Is this
is
a
straight.
moment where we phone in a friend? We just like call someone up and we're like, hey,
oh, I wish I had better.
When are your tryouts? But no.
We like
future
so what do you
notice.
Yeah.
But I feel like one of the things in cuffing season, I also feel like is very different in different cities.
Right.
Like in Los Angeles, cuffing season is usually because it's cold and you want like to keep someone keep
But it
you
doesn't
warm.
get cold in LA.
It doesn't get cold in LA.
But there are some rainy days, and let me tell you, to have a person to just call over on a rainy day is the fucking best.
And
oh my god,
my ass is like
rainy
no.
day and pho.
Oh my god, rainy day and fucking by myself. Like I don't need fucking by myself. Like when you say rainy day, I think cup of tea and a good book. Like I don't need to talk to nobody. I'm Gucci.
I'm
by
like
myself.
cup of tea, Thai food, and good dick.
Okay, I can order the good dick, but then I can tell him to go away later. You know what I mean? Like I feel like what happens for me in my cuffing season is that my rotation just gets thicker, where it's just like I consistently see the same 3 or 4 dudes more often. But it's different in, say, like a city like New York, where cuffing season is a means of survival of the fittest, because in New York, you need someone to share rent with because it's so expensive, and you need to find someone to keep you entertained during a blizzard. But like
because you
LA
actually
got no blizzards.
Yeah, you get fucking trapped.
You get trapped. So you have to like find, and that's why so many people break up. And that's how a lot of my friends in New York are like, oh yeah, relationships in New York only last like a year and some change, because once the lease is up, you're gone. You just got to leave. Jules is shaking his head. You know exactly what I'm saying. So like New York cuffing season, I feel like, or East Coast cuffing season, when there's actually like 4 seasons, like that's a different form of cuffing season than like in LA, where I feel like sometimes with cuffing season lines up with pilot season, because people are like, everyone's an actor, right? And so people line up for like,
it is
I'm trying out for my parts. I'm trying out for my parts.
I'm focusing
on
my career right now.
Or what happens is that they want their partner. They act like they want Russell Wilson's first wife, right? And they're like, oh yeah, I'm focusing on myself and like, you know, everything. And then they're like, oh, I want someone to come up with me, you know? I like want someone to like be there, my struggle girlfriend or whatever.
Like Kendrick Lamar's like girlfriend.
Yes,
Beyonce.
exactly. And then it becomes this thing where it's like you get your big break and then you're like, oh, but I want to be by myself now. You know what I mean? Like, oh man, I don't know. I might have a chance with Rihanna.
That's why dating in LA is just really fucking hard.
It's very hard to date in LA because of that idea of it. Also because people are huge flakes. Like people like driving is very difficult. Like I went on a date to Burbank. I was like, if I do date this guy seriously, it's gonna be a long distance relationship.
He lives in Burbank?
He lives in Burbank.
Oh my god, the guy that I went on a date with lives in Burbank. Obviously not the same guy.
Wait,
really?
What? No, because we know that it's not the same guy because you pointed out South Park to me. You're like, that's the one. And I was like,
because I went on a date recently too.
What?
He lives in Burbank.
Let me tell you.
Do we really want to go to my?
Yes, I want to go. We went on mine. Let's do your date.
Well, it was cool. I mean, he is definitely potential for cuffing season.
Okay. Why do you say potential?
Because he definitely is great at cuddling. He slept over. We didn't have sex though. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know.
That's scary.
We just made out.
How high school?
Very high school. We dry humped and everything. But like, and I even told him no hickeys, no hickeys.
Can I just say something? There's nothing that makes me feel more uncomfortable than the term dry humping.
Yeah, we dry hump.
I think of rug burns and like jean prints.
Well,
like I just think of like high school and like literally like poor like, oh god.
I don't know.
Wow.
I don't know. I didn't want to have sex with him because I wanted to see him again. You know what I mean?
Oh, see, that's the scary part.
That's the thing. I wanted to see him again because I was like, he's a great candidate for that. Because I feel like it might ruin it if we have sex. Either he just will stop talking to me, or maybe I won't like it because I'm not ready.
Ooh.
You know what I mean? Because for me, like I've had one night stands or I slept on the first date, but the reason why I don't continue is because like I didn't like him that much yet. So
yeah, I
like creating like this tension, this like, you know what I mean? This like,
do you ever get disappointed though? Like you created so much tension and then you're like,
no, it's actually always better. Always fucking better. So I was like, okay, this guy has a lot of potential for a cuffing season candidate.
Okay. So he's in the middle of tryouts right now.
He's the middle of tryouts.
He's about to get drafted.
Definitely. Wow. Yeah. So, but we had
How did we meet him?
I met him on Hinge.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And we went on a date at the Thirsty Crow. So we grabbed a couple beers.
Okay.
And we walked Sunset. We went to the Black Cat.
Oh my god.
And he walked me home.
okay, so wait, what you're describing to me besides going to bars is you're in a high school relationship right now. Did he give you his Letterman jacket? And
he didn't, no.
You like wrap it around your shoulders as you like shiver?
It did kind of feel a little like
it
did kind of feel like a little childish, but like in a good way, not in like in a way
sweet.
In a sweet way.
Nostalgic way.
Yeah, because it's like I mean he was really respectful, didn't like try to have sex. I mean he wanted to have sex, let's be real.
Obviously, because you were dry humping that poor rug burn on his dick, basically. Sorry, it's the dry humping is just like
I don't know. I just was like I'm not taking this off.
Okay. No, you know what? I really respect that. I mean, also, I think I've said this where my mom is always like, have sex like a man, so only have it on your terms. So it's like one of these things where you're like, no, I don't want to have sex.
Right.
Don't have sex if you don't want to have it.
Exactly. I mean, I do want to have it, but I was just kind of like
playing it cool.
Right. And
cool,
also because I know that it always works. You know what I mean? When you don't sleep with them, but then you give them a little taste of something, even if it's just dry humping.
I don't know what it is.
Dry humping is so amateur. I know.
It's like how some adults react when they heard the word like penis, like dry hump. It just makes me feel so uncomfortable.
I know dry humping is kind of really fucking weird. I mean, it is because I remember when I first dry humped and it was in the 8th grade and I thought it was the most scandalous thing ever. You know what I mean? So dry humping now at like my late 20s, you know, it's just kind of like
that's how grown women get yeast infections. I am so anti dry humping. Yeast infections and UTIs. I am being anti cuffing season, anti dry humping. I'm not a fan, and you know me, no kink shaming, but I gotta draw a line.
I'm not saying I'm like into dry humping. It was just because I was like, I'm not ready, so I would just like give you a little taste of like humping your. But also, it's like showing the movements that I could make in sex with actually not having sex with them. I mean, so it teases them. It's not.
So you Britney Spears.
You
just like gyrated.
Right, I'm not actually like hardcore, like grinding hard in the dry humping. Like it's like I'm not trying to give a rug burn. You know what I mean? Like I'm not pressing hard. Like I'm like riding through, like kind of doing a little bit, like a little,
If y'all could see my face right now, this is, oh my God, this is hilarious. I don't understand why this is getting me so like this is weird. I can talk about sex all day, every day, all types of things, but dry humping is just so awkward to me.
It is kind of weird. I mean,
God, wait, I gotta whip out my fan.
Actually, like low key, not to sound like a fucking weirdo, but it kind of almost made me orgasm.
Well, that makes sense. Because honestly, that makes
it's rubbing
100%.
The clitoris.
Yeah, and a lot of like when you're younger as a girl, that's the first form of like masturbation that you experience. Is like you're like,
Humping
oh my God, where you just like, and you're like, oh, this feels weird. So like that makes sense to me.
Yeah, it felt good. Like I'm
so proud of you. When are you gonna see him again?
Yeah, next week.
Oh.
Yeah.
Do you have plans?
I mean, I'll just probably have him come over. I don't know. Is that a little too soon? I mean, not too soon. He's already been over, but I don't know. We'll probably figure it out the day of.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like a week from now.
That's fine. But I like that it was old school.
It was.
Well, I mean, in the sense that like he walked you home. Like South Park was like, we have a date tomorrow. And he was like, do you want me to meet you at the movie theater? And I was like, no, pick me up. Like, I was like, I want this to be like a date. Like, pick me up and take me to the movies.
Oh, that's nice. So do you think that he's like potential for cuffing season?
I mean, I'm going to say no because okay, here's my thing. We were talking about this off the air.
Right.
To be anti-cuffing season, if you're like, you know what? I don't need nobody. I'm going to be by myself during cuffing season. A body pillow. If you want something to cuddle with, a body pillow and
it's more than just that. I need
a
body
weighted
pillow,
blanket.
I need a hard dick.
Okay, that you can get anywhere at any store in WeHo, pretty much. You know what I mean? Like that is you can get it in different shapes, colors, size. Yeah.
I got a roommate with a penis.
Oh no, poor Jules. You don't have to do if you don't.
Sorry, too much pressure.
I was about to be like, give him a choice. Give the man a choice.
I'm sorry, Jules.
Sorry, Jules. Consent is not just sexy; it's mandatory. But no. So like, I think a body pillow, what they call a gravity blanket, which is just that heavy blanket that they put on that, and then a heating pad. And there you go. There's your man-made boyfriend to cuddle with. And I'm also I've told you this. I am very weird about cuddling because
That's true. I don't really like to cuddle. I mean, I love to cuddle, but I
Right.
fall pretty easily.
See, that's what I'm
with
saying.
cuddling.
You catch feelings when you cuddle. And I think that's your
But
first
maybe
lie.
that's not a bad thing. Maybe what if cuffing season partner turns into something more? Who knows?
But that's not the point of the cuffing season partner, isn't it? Isn't it? You're just like, this is just the season.
Yeah, I mean, there's certain things I love to do by myself. Like I went to the movies by myself the other night.
Oh, what did you see?
A Star Is Born.
Oh,
bitch.
yes, and you didn't cry.
I didn't cry.
I didn't cry either. It's okay.
Yeah.
Everyone did, but I mean,
Maybe
I
we're
felt
just
sadness.
maybe we're just like very cold on love. We got a cold, wounded heart.
We've just given up on it so much that we're just kind of like,
We don't
no,
relate.
thank you.
We just don't relate.
Yeah. We're like, we get to the part where she's like, oh, and she's free now? Like,
Yeah,
that's
I
what
know.
I immediately thought in my mind, where I was like, oh, so she's good?
So she's fine. Yeah.
So she's a star now?
yeah.
Is that
We don't want to.
don't ruin it, and also don't like conflate a very serious.
I know.
Wow, we just minimalized a very serious conversation.
We did.
at that
Yeah,
movie.
yeah.
Anyways,
Anyway, let's
moving
not
on.
talk about that. It's not about any of that.
But yeah, no, cuffing season. I also think that, like, I wrote an article actually about cuffing season and the fact that I didn't think it was a thing. And then I woke up, this is a true story, about maybe 2 years ago, woke up to 7 text messages from like 4 different friends that were like, I just got a dude. And I was like,
What?
whoa, in one day.
It's quicker during cuffing season. People are more
Yeah.
prone. Like, I think it's like a subconscious thing too. Like, love is in the air during the holidays. I don't know what the fuck it is. Maybe it's the pumpkin spice candles. I'm looking at Jules because he has that in his room.
Do you know that's the smell that men are most attracted to? Is pumpkin?
It's a smell. The Jules. Yeah, it's like something about the smell, the added, like just the environment.
I just know, but I just read this in like Esquire magazine that they tested smells with men. The one that they hated, the one that they were not that they hated, but like weren't attracted to was more fruity, citrusy smells.
Yeah, I believe that.
And the ones that they liked better were like the amber, vanilla, and pumpkin spice kind of smells. So it's like, yeah, I guess like that's the thing that gets you going. And then they had like if you go to the Glendale Americana or you go to the Grove, there's like a kind of like this sweet kind of cotton candy smell in the air. And that's because it's a smell that makes you want to buy things.
I agree.
Like there was someone that like, I studied all these smells. So I think that cuffing season definitely has to do with like the pheromones of just like what's in the air.
Agreed.
And you're like, I'll just take home this candle, I guess, and just read a book with a cup of tea. That's what I need. Okay, so my anti-cuffing kit just got bigger. It's a pumpkin spice candle, a weighted blanket, a body pillow, and a heating pad.
There you go.
You're
and then
welcome.
my cuffing season partner needs to.
Who's your ideal partner?
Ideal partner. I mean, it's because I have like my ideal guy that I want to end up with, but my cuffing season partner is someone that's a little different.
Okay.
I want someone who's adventurous.
Okay.
So because I feel like I'm not taking it so seriously, although I do. Yeah, if I'm not taking it so seriously, I want to have fun. So someone who's just down to fucking do shit all the damn time.
Do
so
fun
like
things.
like someone I could hit up and be like, you want to go fucking get drunk and I don't know.
You can ask me to do that. See, you just gave a great example where it's like,
but
just hit up Rose.
but you don't have a penis, Rose.
Sorry, that is sexist. Okay, first of all. No, I'm kidding. That's fine. I don't. But like, you mean like a paddle board,
Right? A paddleboard type
equivalent.
of dude. I could do it with you, but it's just
better
like,
if you could go home with it.
It's just like fun. It's just a little like, you know.
Okay, so this is your call out. So this is like, okay, you know what? You helped me with South Park. I actually really want to take this in consideration, and I want to help you try to find a tryout for your cuffing season.
Right.
So I have until when? November 1st, apparently.
This. Well, cuffing season's December 1st, but preseason's November 1st to 30th.
Ooh, okay. So I got to find you a dude.
Right. So right now I'm collecting.
Okay, so you're collecting right now.
I mean, I think for my cuffing season, I could have like 2 partners. That's fine.
Yeah, there's no minimum, isn't
There's
there?
no minimum. I don't know. I don't care.
Yeah, see, okay, this
Because
is where...
maybe someone who has like opposite schedules. That way, like, if I need someone, someone will always be available.
Yeah. See, this is where I think I get scared because cuffing season, I always assumed it had to be one person.
No,
that
you
it's
can
like,
have a couple people.
You can have more than
but it's just
two
like,
cuffs.
I think so. I think so.
You're just like, and also let's be honest, in LA, it's very easy to have a long distance relationship. You can have a dude in Glendale, a guy in Long Beach,
right.
and someone next door,
right.
and they would never know about each other
exactly.
because it's that easy.
Because it's like in 2 different countries,
and
3 different countries,
pretty much. And then someone in Ventura, and you're like, I don't know how I met him, but he was just on my Tinder.
Right.
Like it's very easy to kind of like have your distant
area
lovers.
Codes,
yeah. Oh, you can have a lot of different area codes in Los Angeles, anti-Los Angeles.
Oh, for
proper.
sure.
Okay, so I'm gonna keep all of this in mind in the guys.
And I think that
know.
like they all kind of incorporate something. Like I don't think that I mean I'm not against having sex with all of them, but I think that maybe like one would be like really good with sex. I could do certain things with that person, or another person's just like someone I could fucking dry hump, or like another person's like the one I could just go out with and like.
And you just hope they never meet,
right? Or something like you just hope they never meet. So it's like I don't know. They bring something to me in different ways.
I mean, that is how you make the ideal man, is that someone who can cook, someone who can clean, someone can fuck you, and hope 3 guys never meet.
Exactly.
Okay, cool. So
I think that's fine.
Okay. So I only have to. So wait, you're making this job very easy for me. I just have to find someone that's like,
because you're like worried about having one person. It's not gotta be one person. You can have a couple.
Maybe I am a fan of cuffing season.
Yeah.
I always just.
But it's just like you take it a little bit more seriously because it's the holidays. It's like something about the spirit of this time of year that makes it a little bit more like, I think, adventurous. I don't know.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It's my birthday month, so like I'm trying to get birthday sex for sure.
There you go.
I think that's very important. I'm about to be 29, so like got to get it in right now.
Right.
And
okay, so what happens if it actually turns into a relationship?
Okay.
What would you do at that point? Because at the championship, Valentine's Day comes up. You know, like how would you end the cuffing season? How would you maybe even if you wanted to flourish beyond that?
I know exactly what to do.
This is kind of hard because we're both like have commitment issues.
Yes, we do. But I know. You ready for this?
What?
Ladies, gentlemen, and non-gender conforming human beings, I know how to get rid of someone because I just did it recently.
You did.
Let's call this man Angel because that's his name. He was at my house and we had been doing this on and off a love affair. Not even a love affair. We just did this affair basically at night. I only saw him from the PM to the wee AMs, right? So we never had like a date. We never officially. He was just like a gentleman caller at night. So he started using me for emotional labor. He started telling me about his ex-girlfriend, how he was still in love with her and all this other stuff. And I was like, fine, like I'll help you, get over her and stuff. And then he was like, you know what, like I would just like to come over and just like talk to you and just hang out. And I was like, okay, fine, we'll be friends. Like I'll make you a meal, like we can kick it.
Right.
Kept canceling. I love cooking. Yeah, that's the thing is I'll make a man a meal. I'll know he'll fall in love. I'll make a man a meal. I have no problem with that.
Right.
But he kept canceling, kept thinking like pushing time back and pushing time up. So finally when he came to my house, I was like, look, bro, I don't even want to talk about feelings. I just want to have sex. And so we did. We just had sex. He gets up to go to the bathroom to go pee. I get on my computer because I've never known him to stay after sex. So I start answering emails and he comes out and he's like, oh, so you just go answer emails while I'm still here? And I was like, I've never known you to stay. There are leftovers from the meal that you stood me up on if you want to eat those. And he was like, no, it's fine, whatever. So he's like, let's talk. So we're on my bed and we're talking. And then he starts teasing me. And I'm like, come on, bro. Like, you don't know me like that. Saying things about me where I was like, whoa, you're kind of like, and I told him, I was like, I'm getting sensitive, and he's like, God, you're such a drama queen. Like, man, you're such a performer. Who are you performing for, Ma? And I was like, it's just us in this room. I'm not performing. This is just who I am. And then I clicked in my head. I was like, oh, you don't know me outside of the bedroom.
Right.
I'm just naturally this.
You never just like chilled and talked.
Yeah, we never like chilled and talked. I'm naturally like this. I'm very charismatic. I use my hands. I use voices. And I just eventually I like started like kind of like having a panic attack. Like I'll be honest, I kind of was feeling really like vulnerable in this moment. And so I started rubbing my chest to like calm myself down from a panic attack. And he just goes, "Oh, so you're not a performer? You're not performing right now?" And I don't know what it was about that. But I just like snapped. So I was like, "Fuck you. Get out of my house. The door locks behind you. I don't want you here anymore." And then he was like, "No, let's talk about it. Like, what's wrong? Like, what's going on? Like, come on, like, chill. Why are you being like that?" And I was like, "Bro, please, just leave. Like, just get the fuck out of my house. Like, I'm like begging you to just get out of my house." And he was like, "No, let's talk about feelings. Work this out." So he would not leave until finally I turned to him and I said, "I love you. And I'm catching feelings. And I don't know how and why this is happening to me right now.
Yeah.
I have never seen a man put his clothes on. I'm pretty sure he walked out with his shirt backwards and inside out. He was like, he's tying his shoelaces as he's running. And I'm still sitting on my bed. And he's all like, man, I feel like if I'd be a dick if I left. And I was like, no, it's okay. You can leave. Like, I just have so many feelings for you. And he's like, I'm not emotionally available. And I was like, no, I know. But like, I love you. And he just, boom, gone. I hopped in the shower. I ordered another man to come over. I had someone clean up his mess, basically. Oh my God. I had another man to eat a meal with. But he was like, you're such a performer. And I gave him a performance of a lifetime. He believed me. We have not talked. We still have not talked.
You should send him this episode.
I mean, I should send him this episode. But like, I think that's the way you can get rid of. Now, it might backfire because if you're as charming and charismatic as yourself and, you get to the final game and you turn to a guy and say, I love you. And he says, I love you too. That's the downside of it. But ladies and whoever needs this advice, sometimes you just need to turn to a man and say, I love you.
Just to scare them away.
Just to scare them away. It's like that whole thing where like all men are stupid and all women are crazy,
right.
But it's degrees of which you are.
Right.
Like my craziness is passion. I'm very passionate. So I was just very passionate in that moment to be like, I love you. Like you can't say it like normally.
So I think
like,
that's how you're supposed to end like a cuffing season partner, that you just don't know how to abruptly end it. You just be like, I love you.
No, start yelling at him like, fuck you, I hate you, I can't even stand your ass.
But I fucking love you.
Don't even do the fucking love you. Just drop the fuck you, I hate you, I love you.
Girl therapy.